Oh man, all right. Welcome back to the channel, folks. This is a big update video, really. Some things going on, changing, things we're quitting, and things we are going all in. And as you can see here, like the thumbnail, our fishing hat, our tournament jersey, we're gonna be talking through a bunch of things today. First off, appreciate you jumping in this video, watching. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me because it's going to be somewhat of an exciting video. And it's a big relief to finally be in a place to do this. So, as you saw, I quit. I'm done. What are we talking about? Are we talking about fishing? Are we talking about other things? We're going to get into that. We're going to get into the history of that. I'm going to give you guys sort of the vision of what we have going on here, and we're going to be doing some other things. So I'm going to go through the list of what we're going to talk about in today's video. But first off, let's just break it to you. I quit. I'm done. I'm done. No more. What I'm talking about is my full-time side job that I've had for the past 13 years. 13 years. So I have worked for this company, the regional office, and then the national office for 13 years on the side. We're going to talk about what it takes to fish professionally. I've had to have a side job for for all of my career, really, until this point. And I finally quit it. We're done with it. We're just fishing full time. God is good. God is good. So, back when I lived in Missouri, I had an office job for 5 years, helping manage grants and contracts for water and wastewater systems. And then I got a job at the national office from the regional office. It freed us up, started working from home, and allowed us to move to Guntersville. And my wife wanted to move. We both wanted to move, and this is where we picked. We didn't know anybody when we came here. And it's just been the biggest blessing, the biggest move for us. And God's moved more in our life since we made that move, that step of faith, when we didn't know anybody and just felt peace about moving down here, than he had like our whole life up to that point. So when he calls you to go somewhere, do it. And he's going to bless you for it and provide for you through it. So we're going to talk about my YouTube history and professional bass fishing career history here, give you an idea of how we're making that work, because financially, just tournaments, you really can't survive off tournament winnings unless you're always in the top 5 or 10 every single tournament just about, or you win one each year. So I'm going to talk through that, and we're going to give you a clear vision of what we're doing here on YouTube. We're going to be revamping our merch on our website. So currently you can't buy any Fisherman Norby merch. Appreciate those of you who have bought it over the years. Y'all rock. We're going to be revamping that for this fall and the holiday season. Thank you for that. Let me know in the comments down below if there's any certain merch you like to see. And go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me for this video. That's all I'm asking you to do. Just go ahead and hit that if you can. That'd be awesome. It helps this video do better. We're going to be talking about Patreon, a way to support the channel. If there's any of you who want to support the channel, we're going to share some God stories in today's episode. We're going to talk about the impact this has on my family, and we're also going to talk about options for subscriber fishing trips, because I get asked daily, weekly, to take people fishing, and I have a heart to do that. I want to take people fishing, but I can't take everybody fishing, and there's not enough time. We have a ton of sponsor commitments, and we're going to get into that with what it takes to do this full time. So one other big question y'all ask is, what does it take to do this full time? So we're just going to get into all of that in today's video, break it down for you, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Going to be responding them. Sorry, I don't always respond to every comment, but I do read every comment, so thank you all. And if you reach out on Facebook Messenger, Instagram messages, TikTok messages, email, my other email, wherever you're reaching out, I try and get back to everybody. I'm sorry if I've missed anyone, but I try to respond. Sometimes it's not always the fastest, but we do our best here to respond. So, yeah, we quit the job, guys. Woo! Make sure you hit that thumbs up button for this. Super exciting. Why did we do it? We have had the job, like I said, for 13 years basically. And the past 5 years, I've been praying to the Lord about quitting it. So it's not something that I just did spur of the moment. It's something that 5 years ago I had on my heart, like I was ready to. I felt like YouTube and fishing was in a place where we could survive if I quit. And working from home has been a big blessing. It's been a lot easier than going into an office because everything else I do on the side, which became full-time. This is the 4th year fishing has been full-time and took over my full-time income. So this is the 4th year of that. But it's been a big blessing to have this job where I had health insurance, had retirement, had all of that over these years. And it's something big to let go of. And so what the Lord spoke to me to quit was having your feet in 2 different things when God's called you to the one thing. And not saying he didn't call me to my job, but it's at the point where I felt like he was speaking right to me. I was watching this pastor I followed for a long time. His name's Brian. He's out of Atlanta. And he was talking about having your foot in one thing that God's called you to, and you still have your foot in this other thing. And God not fully being able to use you in the one thing until you put both feet in it. And he was speaking right to me, and right when I was feeling that, like he's wanting me to quit my job, a text came in from somebody I didn't even have their number saved in my phone that said, "Go slay Goliath." And it's like, that just doesn't happen, you know. And if you're a believer, if you're a Christian, if you're following the Lord, you know those moments when God's speaking right to you. And it was one of those. So we've had tons of those throughout the years. And it just humbles you, brings you to tears, and you just know when the Lord's speaking to you. So, yeah, that was back in February. And I was like, okay, God, when am I supposed to quit the job, you know? When is this supposed to happen? When do you want me to do this? Do I need to refinance the house first? Do we need to take care of these other things? I got to put insurance in place. I got to do all these things to prepare for quitting the full-time job. And I never really got that answer from the Lord. So we roll into the fishing season. First tournament, second tournament, third tournament, fourth tournament go by, and we haven't cashed a check yet. And I find the fish each event, and I just can't get them to eat. And looking back at the last 3 years of professional tournaments, I've always had that one like godfish each event. I can almost name it. Going back to the first event, Sam Rayburn, God blessed me with an 8-pound 4-ouncer. Just every single event, looking back, I can name it. And it's crazy. Like the one when we won Kentucky Lake, my reel broke, the reel handle broke, and I hand lined the fish in, and then got him in the net. And it was one that I had caught and culled out 2 days before that I didn't need. And just every single tournament, looking back, there's a godfish. It's like, I probably shouldn't have caught that fish. But the first 4 tournaments this year, I didn't even get like that fish to bite, let alone lose him. You could see him on scope, or you're around him, you found him, you're around the fish to do good, but it didn't happen. And I figured out right before the Eufaula tournament this year, the 5th tournament of the year, that I was unable to refinance the house, which I had been waiting on. I thought I needed to do all these things first to you know, plan and prep and get things in order. But really, God was just saying, you know, you're good to quit anytime. And he's just waiting on me, I think. I think that's what he was telling me. And so I found this out on the last day of practice for Eufaula, that I wasn't going to be able to refinance the house, and a couple other things weren't going to be able to happen, which I thought I needed to quit my job. And so I said, you know what? Okay, God told me to quit. I'm just going to quit anyways. And during the off day at Eufaula, which is the next tournament series coming out, I gave my notice at work. I gave my 3-week notice. It was like 21 days before the end of the month. So I gave him a 3-week notice, and guess what? Tournament started. We got our godfish each day. We cashed our first check of the year finally, and then we roll to the next tournament series, which you'll see dropping after Eufaula, and we did good in that one too. So God has blessed us for being faithful, even if we were delayed or thinking we had to do all these things before doing what He said to do. So I'm not always perfect, but yeah, never got that answer as to when. All right, God, when do I quit? Just silence. And he tests us. He tests our faith. You know, with Abraham and Isaac, or Abraham, his son Isaac, God told him to sacrifice him on the altar, you know, sacrifice him. And he got him on there, and then God provided a sheep and told him to stop. So God calls us to these things, sometimes to test us. Sometimes we have to go through some suffering before He gives us some relief on the other side. It's been a long journey. Working full-time, YouTube full-time, sponsors full-time, family full-time, and this full-time job that I've had too. It's been a lot. So when I felt the Lord speak that to me, I just broke down. I got on my knees and just like wept in relief, almost like a big burden lifted, just in worship, like praising the Lord. And those moments are so sweet. I encourage you to seek the Lord. That's all I can say. So if you're not, and you will just see the goodness of God, and you'll see His hand over your life, and you'll see where He's leading you and calling you and giving you the joy and the happiness and everything. So, I want you to experience that. But we quit our job, and the regular season's over now. You're going to see 2 more tournament series dropping. When are we dropping those? That's kind of one of the next bullet points I want to talk through today. And we're just going to cover all those things. So when we're dropping those, we are sticking to a schedule. This is when we're dropping YouTube videos on YouTube, when to expect them to come from Fishing with Nordby. For all those of you who watch my channel, I appreciate you. Sundays, 9 a.m. So you can watch them in the morning. If you go to church, when you get home, you can watch them. Sundays, 9 a.m. You can watch them on Sunday. You can watch them whenever. You don't have to watch them, but it really helps me out if you do. Sundays, 9 a.m. and Thursdays at 5 p.m. We're going to do 2 a week regularly. Ever since our twins were born, we've been kind of sporadic. We've done at least 1 a week, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, but usually 1 to 2 a week since the twins were born, which is different. The first 5 years of YouTube, we did 3 every single week. And it was a big commitment, full fishing episodes. Thank y'all. Thank you to those of you who have stuck with me from the beginning. Drop a comment. I want to know if you've been here since 2017, 2018 when we started the channel. I want to know, and let me know what your first video is that you remember seeing on the channel. I had somebody come up to me the other day, Dave, and tell me he's actually been watching them since I started, and the first one he remembered was me and my wife and my puppy. Scout was a little puppy 8 years ago, and we went in a canoe and we caught big bass on frogs, and just good times. If you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, just start. If you go back to my old videos and watch those, they kind of crack me up. You can see where we came from. You can see just all the change that's happened over the years, and look back and see the goodness of God throughout the years, really. It's not my doing, it's what He's provided, how He's grown us, and it's been awesome. God saved me when I was 16 years old out of my sin and started weeding those things out of me. And he saved me from a lot, that's for sure. So I've been able to watch the goodness of God. I'm 33 now. So it's like the first 16 years, not really walking surrendered to the Lord, and the next 16 years surrendered to the Lord. In June, when I quit my job, I turned 33. So it's like, it's crazy. God works in the little things, the medium-sized things, and the big things. But for 16 years to not really be fully surrendered, and then 16 years of fully surrendered to the Lord, and then being able to quit my job. Like, it blows me away how he does things. So I guess he knew I was going to be stubborn and wait to quit my job until June. But yeah, we quit. And you're seeing this video, I'm filming this video right when you're seeing it. We just filmed it. So all this is super, the latest information. You're not seeing anything delayed. And I apologize for getting my videos out a month or two behind sometimes. That's the process it takes to edit and get them all out there. And with the twins, I haven't been able to do it as fast. But we're doing 2 a week. We're going to catch up, get all those tournament series out, and let me know what kind of videos you want to see. Do all sorts of them. We just dropped a couple panfish videos. We do crappie, bass tournaments. Seems like my crappie videos and my bass tournament videos do the best. So appreciate y'all. So where were we? YouTube, 8 years now. The career, we started fishing professional open tournaments back in 2016. So 10 years is how long it's been. The first 6 years is what it took fishing the professional opens to qualify for the pro circuit. So the first 6 years were the Costas and Toyotas, and then the last 4 years have been the Major League Fishing Tackle Warehouse Pro Circuit or Tackle Warehouse Invitationals, the full time. And we did win one of those back in 2024. I'm sure a lot of you, if not all of you, have seen that video at Kentucky Lake, and appreciate you for watching that. But we try to share what God does in our videos. I hope you enjoy that. So our YouTube channel, we're posting at those times, Sundays 9 a.m., Thursdays 5 p.m. But what's our vision here at Fishing with Nordby? The vision's kind of been the same all over the years. We're going to teach you about fishing. We want you to become a better fisherman no matter what we're fishing for. We want to teach you about the Lord. We want to help you grow your faith. Really, that's the first thing. That thing is in all things. We want to grow our faith. We want to teach you about fishing, and we want to have fun. So we're always going to have fun. It's always going to be a family-friendly channel. Life is family-friendly, y'all. So, yeah, those are the three things: faith, fun, and teaching. Yeah, hope you enjoy that. So, next on the list, revamping our merch. We're going to be redoing our hats, our shirts. If you have any ideas, we'd love for you to email me, fishingwithnordby@gmail.com. Design ideas or anything creative. I want to do something cool. We might give away a fishing trip for those of you who buy some merch. So let's make some merch you want to buy. We might do something like that. Speaking of fishing trips, we're going to get to that in a minute. Subscriber fishing trips. I want to fish with more of you. Call to action for you all. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button. I know I said that already. A lot of you guys probably skipping through this video here in certain parts, but I appreciate those of you who aren't or listen to the full thing. If any of you have it on your heart to support what we have going on here at Fishing with Nordby, our channel, the ministry, and everything like that, this platform that the Lord has given me to use and to do those things, teach you about fishing, help you grow your faith, and have fun along the way. I do have a Patreon account. I have not talked about it in years, but I'm going to link it down below, right there. That is a way you can support the channel if the Lord puts that on your heart. Totally up to you guys. That's my Patreon. I'm going to start mentioning it once in a while, but yeah, That's just if God puts it on your heart to support what we have going on here, that's a way that you can. Some people have asked me, and I haven't really come up with an answer, but that's the answer. You can do that, or you can email me, fishingwithnorby@gmail.com. So how does this affect the future, quitting the job? It's awesome. I get to put both my feet in fishing, not have one in this side job, and then we can focus on the family. It's such a blessing. More family time. This is time I'm not going to get back. The twins are only this little once. I need to cherish these moments. I do cherish these moments, but now I get to have more moments with them. I've also noticed a lot more clarity in my mind. I'm not always thinking about something I have to go back and do. I don't have to keep up with something else, and I can think more clearly on fishing and sponsors and content and all of the work that I have to do, as well as be more present with the family. It's so important to be present with all the distractions and everything in today's society and things you can watch and compare yourself to out there. Just put your phone down. Just be present, especially with your family, your children. It's so important to be present. So super excited to spend more time with the family, that's for sure. And yeah, create those memories, not gonna get them back. Now, talking about subscriber fishing trips, I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. Here on Guntersville, you have to have a captain's license to guide. I've always said, no, I'm not a guide. You guys that reach out, that have reached out, like I said, I get requests daily and weekly about guiding. I refer them to a few people here on Guntersville, like John Maynor, Donald Johnson, Chris Flint. There's Shiloh Chappelle. There's just a bunch of good guides here, and I don't guide. I always turn them down. I'm sorry, I don't have the time to do that. But we do have a little more time now, and I think I would like to offer one subscriber trip a month, maybe, something like that. But to do that, I need to be a licensed guide. So I'm going to look into getting my captain's license and offer a subscriber trip maybe once a month. It's going to be a way you can support the channel, what you have going on here. It's not going to be the cheapest guide trip, because to do this guide trip, the subscriber trip, I'm going to have to not film for sponsors and turn down a lot of other things to make time for this thing. So it's going to be a way that you can come fishing with me, and I want to make it available to anyone. So what I mean by that is, you might not be able to afford it, but if there's some of you out there who say, I would love for this young man who can't afford a fishing trip with you to be able to go on a trip, if you want to donate a trip to a subscriber, I'm going to make that an option too. Something like that. The trip's going to be about $2,000 for a subscriber trip, and I'm going to do like one a month. So if you're interested in that, reach out to me, fishingwithnordby@gmail.com, if you're interested in a subscriber trip or donating a trip to somebody in need, or somebody that I have seen, like, I wish I could take them fishing, or just make it happen. Or if you really have it on your heart to donate something like that to somebody, like provide airfare expenses for them. Let's fly them out. Let's take them fishing. Would love to do that. Yeah, just gonna do some cool things like that, and make some opportunities happen. So we'll see what God does with that. But gonna do that. Yeah, excited to fish with more of you. Quick math on, man, I wish I could take every single one of you fishing. There's 78,000 and some of you, so thank you to you who have subscribed. Divided by 365 days, it would take me 213 and a half years to take one of you fishing every single day. It's overwhelming, but it's a blessing. It's a blessing, and that's the reach that the Lord has given us right now. So what has He done, and what has He given you for your reach? What is your reach? Who are you influencing? We're all influencing somebody whether we realize it or not, and the reach God has given us we need to use for His glory. So I encourage you to just live for the Lord, and you don't know who you're going to be impacting, who you're reaching, wherever you're at. But yeah, that's the news, folks. That's the news. We quit. We quit our full-time job, our full-time side gig, and fishing has been full-time for 4 years now, but it is the only full-time job now. And I am just so excited, beyond blessed, super humbled, super grateful. God has brought us to this place. Just honored. You know, I don't feel worthy of it. I come from, oh man, I'm tearing up. It's crazy. Fishing has been my dream since I've been 3 years old. I come from a broken family, so does my wife. Both my wife and I's parents have been divorced since we were 3. My mom and dad did the best they could, paycheck to paycheck. They got by. They spent so much time with me. A big blessing. They told me if I wanted to go to college, I'd have to pay for it. And God blessed me with full ride in scholarships. I was 5 foot freshman and sophomore year in high school, so I did swimming and tennis, and just got enough scholarships to go to college for free. And the business professor, which I always told I needed a business and marketing degree for bass fishing, so I was chasing it even out of high school going into college. And the business professor owned his own lure company, Tight Lines UV, Brett Ware, and I got to work for him and be sponsored by him for about the first 10 years out of high school. Just incredible the way God works. I have so many God stories. I'll share them with you all over time here, but yeah, just crazy. I don't take any of this for granted. Work hard, save your money. This is my encouragement to the younger generation, the anglers coming up. How do you become a professional angler? How do you fish full time? Like, how do you do it for a living? You got to seek the Lord. That's my number one advice. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're seeking in life, whether it's fishing or another dream or something God's put on your heart or passion He's given you, if it's from Him, He can make it happen. But you have to be fully surrendered to Him. You don't want to get distracted. So seek Him. We're called to give 100% in everything we do, as if we're doing it for the Lord. That's what the Word says. Give your all as if you're working for the Lord, not for men. And when we do that, in everything we do, we're giving glory to God. But in that, He's making a way for the next thing. And we're building character. We're growing. When we give our all in things, we're doing them to the best of our ability. And it provides those opportunities for the next thing, those doors to open, people you meet, people, just the next thing. And I would encourage you, if you're chasing fishing, to have a full-time job. Don't make financially dumb decisions. Like I said, I've had a job the past 13 years. I've had YouTube for 8 years. YouTube's been paying me for 7 years. It doesn't pay that much. It definitely doesn't pay me to quit my job. That is sponsors. The only reason I'm quitting my job right now is because of the sponsors we've built up over the years. People watch what I do on YouTube and they want to do it. I hope that I've helped you learn something. I hope that I've helped you catch more fish, learn techniques, learn what rod and reels to use, line to use, just all sorts of things. I hope I've helped you learn that. And in learning that, it helps my sponsors out too. So it's a win-win. Partner with companies you believe in. How do you partner with companies? Well, you can reach out to them, but the best way to do it's in person. Try to go to the Bassmaster Classic and make contact with somebody in the company. And I started out field staff. It wasn't even pro staff, field staff for some companies, and then it just grows over time. Don't just go out and ask for all these things from companies. You need to be able to sell products. So grow your brand, grow your social media, start a YouTube if that's something you want to do, and start building relationships with companies you can see yourself working with. But give 100 in everything you do, in school, sports, everything. Your time, your prayer life, like, there's always something we can do better at. We're never going to be perfected. You're never going to have it perfected. And you're never going to be satisfied except in the Lord. So when you do get that one thing, when I do quit my job and fish full time, when I do make this happen, when I win Kentucky Lake, a professional tournament, when I get the newest boat, truck, camper, when I have the best wife, family, twins, when you have everything going your way, when you accomplish the dreams that you think you need to accomplish in this world, it's nice, but it's going to leave you empty without the Lord. You're going to do it all in vain. It's not going to leave you satisfied without the Lord in the center of it and doing it for Him. He's the one who allows you to do it. And if you haven't come to that realization, I feel sorry for you. You're missing out. You're empty. I hope that you find the Lord if you haven't, because He fills you up so much. He gives you so much joy, so much meaning to life. That's why we're made. We're made to give God glory. Like, that's our number one purpose in everything we do, to give the Lord glory, to glorify Him. So I just encourage you to do that. But nothing in this world is going to satisfy you, no matter what it is. So quitting this job is awesome, but that's not where my joy comes from, folks. That is not even close. And really, the past 2 months now, month and a half, having quit my job, I can tell you that there's nothing fulfilling about quitting it that makes me happier than I was before. I can tell you that firsthand. You can actually get bored easier. You can get dissatisfied easier. You can become more lazy. So many things can happen because you don't have to do these things. You don't have to strive for these goals and accomplish these things anymore. It's like, now you can be lazier. You can choose to go the other way. But we got to choose to give our all for the Lord. So no matter what you do, no matter where you're at in life, I just encourage you to do that. And that's just the number one thing that's important. So yeah, that's where we're at. Our boat's for sale. If you are interested in buying a boat, this guy right here, I will link it down below at the top. So at the top of the description, you have the Patreon link. If you want to support the channel in any way, there's different tiers. If you want to do something different than that, just email me, fishingwithnordby@gmail.com. You have the boat for sale link, Caymas. This is the 2026 XS21 Pro. Caymas XS21 Pro. I think it's 21.5 foot or 21.4, I believe. And it rides so nice, so smooth. But we sell one every single year now. Thankful to be partnered with Caymas. I wouldn't have this nice or new of a boat if I wasn't partnered with them. And we sell one every year. So if you're interested in buying a boat, or if you're one of those that want to swap a boat every year with me, get with me. And I'll make you a killer deal. And we'll do it every year. You can just be the next owner every year. Because I know guys do that for pros. I don't have anybody that does that. But we take good care of our equipment. It's a great boat. But we just listed it at bassboatforsale.com. Link down below if you're interested in that. Big things coming. Some cool things coming that I can't really announce yet, but I will here this fall. So this fall, be expecting a new merch drop, some cool merch, and another announcement. My wife's been working on something that we're going to share with you all It's been pretty cool. Something our twins have influenced us to do, that God's put on her heart to do. So I'm going to be telling you about that. And yeah, the Ultimate Angler Tournament's coming up. October. Lake Guntersville here. We qualified from the Scott Martin future tournament that we did with Scott Martin for Fishing Chaos. And we qualified for the Ultimate Angler. So that's a $500,000 first place tournament, and right here on Lake Guntersville. Super excited about that. So speaking of money in tournaments, you can't make it just fishing tournaments. You really can't. We pay $5,500 to enter each event. That's 6 events, $33,000. This year I cashed 2 checks, $10,000 a piece. We're in the hole $13,000 just on entry fees and checks. Not counting all of our travel expenses, towing the camper all over the country, boat gas, truck gas, expedition gas, feeding the wife, twins, campgrounds, fees, everything. Fishing licenses, payments, just everything. It's crazy. It costs you about $60,000 to fish a season of what we're doing. How do you make it, you say? Well, God has blessed us with enough sponsors. We are purely living off of sponsor support now, and very, very grateful, very, very thankful. It's sort of one of those unknown things. You have your foot. We had a foot on fishing, we had a foot on our job. We took a foot off of stability on the world and put it on the Lord in fishing. So we're trusting that God's going to keep providing, blessed to be where we're at, be fully covered, fully provided for in sponsors, but you got to redo those contracts every year just about. Things are always changing with sponsors. So just keep watching the YouTube here, and the sponsors will stay happy. I appreciate you all a ton. And it's the biggest blessing to be able to do it full-time now and only be fishing full-time. So to recap, posting on YouTube, Sundays 9 a.m., Thursdays 5 p.m. Patreon link down below, both for sale link down below. Let me know any questions you have. Again, reach out to me with anything else, fishingwithnordby@gmail.com, and we're going to get out of here for the day. So hope you enjoyed this update video, the news, everything else that we shared today. I quit. I'm done. It's exciting. God is good. We'll catch y'all next video. Fishing with Norby.